What's up, YouTube? It's Bianca J, and I'm back with another word today. And so, I think for like the past maybe 2 or 3 videos I've done, I haven't been on camera, but however, I'm back today, you all, on camera, ready to record. Okay, and so today's word comes from July the 3rd. So on July the 3rd, I had 3 dreams back to back, and I gave a word on one of those dreams, I want to say a few days ago. And so this word today is pertaining to that, pertaining to another dream that I had that same night. And so in this dream, I could see my kingdom spouse. And so as he was overcoming things and going through things, each obstacle I would pray for him, or I would be fasting for him in the dream, right? And so he'll overcome that thing, and then he'll advance, right? He'll move to like a new season, the next level. And so as the more that I was praying for him and fasting for him, I could see the things breaking off of him. But those things came to challenge me, right? So when it would break off of him and he would be able to move forward, it was like I would go through extreme warfare behind that, right? And so I'll be praying in the dream. I could tell that I was praying and fasting in the dream. And so then I'll see whatever it was that he was facing, it'll break off of him. And so then I would, I could still see him moving ahead. So I will still be, it's like I'm watching him overcome these things as I'm praying, right? And so I began to, continue to walk with him as he's moving ahead. And then the exact, out of nowhere, like I would get like ambushed with something. Like it was like extreme warfare, like it will be an attack of the enemy. That's the best way I can explain it. It will be an attack of the enemy. Like as he was moving along and I'm praying and fasting for him, and he's moving along, and I'm watching him advance. I'm watching him overcome. I'm watching him cross over, move along from these things. And then out of nowhere, it will be a sneak attack from the enemy. And so now I will have to, fight like even harder. In this dream, I was fighting even harder, praying even harder. I had to fast even harder, like all of this in this dream, to overcome the sneak attacks that the enemy kept putting in my path, because I was fasting and praying for my kingdom spouse. And those things were breaking off of him. The things that no longer served him were breaking off of him. And so a lot of you guys may have been experiencing this as well, right? And so the Lord has been having you intercede for your kingdom spouse. You have been fasting. You have been praying. You have been doing all the things that the Lord has been calling you to do. You've been staying in your word. You've been working on yourself. All of these things, right, that the Lord has called you to do. And you've been doing them, right? And so you've been seeing progress in your kingdom spouse. You've been seeing him change for the better, right? You've been seeing his walk strengthen with the Lord. You've been seeing him overcome the things that the Lord has been telling you to pray and fast for, right? But in the midst of all of that, you're being tested, right? You're being attacked so hard because the enemy is knowing what you are doing, right, is working. It's delivering your kingdom spouse. How the Lord is using you to intercede for your kingdom spouse, it is breaking those things off of him. And the enemy is upset, you guys, right? So all of those sneak attacks, all that extra spiritual warfare you have been experiencing, you've been experiencing it because of your obedience to God, right? Your obedience to God to intercede for your kingdom spouse so that he can overcome those things. So he no longer have dry bones, right? For his salvation with the Lord, right? You've been doing these things, interceding for him. And so the Lord, his relationship with the Lord is growing stronger. He's growing closer to the Lord. His relationship with the Lord is getting better, right? It strengthened his relationship. And he's also no longer, being a prodigal son. He's walking in alignment with the Lord, right? As these things are breaking off of him. And so you will experience these sneak attacks from the enemy, right? The enemy can't get to your spouse no more. So now he's attacking you. And so the Lord is just saying that was just all part of the test to continue to move forward. Don't stop praying for your spouse. Don't stop praying, period, you guys, right? Continue to fast. You will overcome those sneak attacks. The Lord already knew that the enemy was going to try to bring these things up against you. And he was already preparing you to be able to overcome those things, right? He knew that these things would not stop you, right? He knew that you would keep pressing forward, even through all the hard spiritual warfare. You would keep praying, you would keep fasting, you would keep seeking him, right? And so this is just a part of that, this season that we're in, right? The things are breaking off of your kingdom spouse, and we may be experiencing warfare from it, but the Lord knew that we will overcome, right? Those things will not stop us. Those things will not stop our walk with God. Those things will not stop us from interceding for our kingdom spouse. Those things would not stop us for interceding for our children, family, friends, whoever the Lord has told you to step in and intercede for. These things, the Lord knew that he had prepared you, right? You have your full armor of God on, and he knew that you would overcome those things. So if you have been experiencing heavy warfare, and you notice the more you fast and pray for the prodigal, whether it's your prodigal spouse, prodigal children, whomever is the prodigal may be, the Lord is saying that he had equipped you, right? He equipped you for the battle, and he knew that you would overcome. Though weapons may form, but they shall not prosper, right? And so this was just encouragement for you guys to know to just stay where the Lord has you. Continue to pray, continue to fast. It's working. Even though you're experiencing heavy warfare, you will overcome. No evil will overtake you, right? And so this is the end of this word, you all. But until my next video, stay focused and be blessed. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye.